thing that pervades you. It's the force, as they called it in Star Wars. Remember they said, may the force be with you? The ether is the force. It's all this energy, untapped energy. It's all around you at all times. It's the force. Cosmic force, the ethers. That's what you're breathing in. Ether. You're pulling the ethers in when you breathe. The Indians called it prana. For those of you who watch Ralph Smart, he said, just breathe in that good ass prana, baby. Right? Shout out to Infinite Waters. I'm not dissing them. I don't do that. I have nobody with carbon in their skin will ever be my enemy. But the Indians, in the Indian culture, when I say Indian, I don't mean us. I mean the actual Indians. You get what I'm saying? The Dravidians. They called it prana. But that's ether. It's all around you. It's in you, it's on you, it's around you. It's above you, it's below you. That's the ether. That's the ethers. And we have been fooled into believing that what we inhale is oxygen. The oxygen is what rusted out your colors. Anunnaki. Who are the Anunnaki? The Anunnaki are all your present day, what they call Black and Latino people all over the planet. Those are your present day Anunnaki. Walking all amongst you. However, these Anunnaki, or Annunaki, as the Greeks called us, had different colors. We had organic colors. Not the colors you see on us today. We wasn't these copper complexions like we are today. We wasn't the copper complexions. And I want you to let that sit on your soul for a second. This is the copper complexion. But this is after your avatar, which is another word for body, your vessel that your soul chose to use as a vehicle while in this realm. This is after it has been exposed. The carbon, the neuromelanin has been exposed to oxygen. So let's go through the science behind it, okay? So the Anunnaki would be the first race, first specimens to ever come into existence in what we now call this multiverse. The Anunnaki. It's a lot of fairy tales running around now about the Anunnaki because they see that we are remembering who we are. So they want to make the Anunnaki look like the bad guys. Just like they made Killmonger look like the bad guy in Black Panther. When he wasn't. Killmonger wasn't the bad guy, but that's how they made him look. Because he was willing to stand up against T'Challa, who was soft. Magneto wasn't the bad guy in X-Men or Apocalypse. But that's how they made them look, because they were willing to fight against the true oppressors in those movies. The Decepticons wasn't the bad guys in Transformers. No, they wasn't. The Autobots were. Because the Autobots wanted to protect the human beings, who were the ops who had took the whole planet from them. Meanwhile, the Decepticons, Megatron and them, was trying to kill them. They knew they was the ops. But in Transformers, Autobots get out of glory. Thanos wasn't the bad guy. The Avengers were. But they made Thanos look like the bad guy. He was just trying to bring balance to everything. And he knew that would cause for a great reset. So right now, it's a lot of CICs. All right? And not just this live, all these lives, right? And you see these mother guys commercials and information coming out about the Anunnaki. And it's all lies. They can't tell you shit about the astral realms. And they want to put a white face on them too. Whitewashing it again. You have to understand that we were complete darkness. Pure darkness. When you close your eyes now, you're in the center of the multiverse. Just closing your eyes. Jet black, completely dark. This dark matter energy is called antimatter by scientists today. And it's considered a luxury amongst NASA scientists. Antimatter, antimatter. But this is dark matter energy. And as it lowers in frequency, because we come from high up, astral realms, where it vibrates faster, we had to lower our vibration to come down to a solid, to appear in a solid. So when we manifest in this solid realm, remember the 4 phases of matter: solids, liquids, gases, plasma energy. Each one vibrates a little faster than the other. With the solids, anything that appears solid vibrates very slow. Anything appearing solid vibrates very slow. The liquid realms vibrate a little faster than the solid realms. The gas realm vibrates a little faster than the liquid realms, and the plasma energy realm vibrates a lot faster than the gas realms, and up and up and up and up and up. So as you're descending from the astral realms down into this realm, solid, density, as they like to call it, into this world, this realm of density, that dark matter energy turns to neuromelanin as you lower and lower. And then that neuromelanin, what in the plasma realms is neuromelanin, it's called neuromelanin. Neuromelanin in the plasma realms. But by the time you descend to this physical realm, which in your solid vessel, this neuromelanin then turns into carbon. Now, in this matrix of what we call the solid realm, what is carbon? Carbon is the basis from which all life is formed. So that's first. Understand that carbon, neuromelanin, and dark matter, carbon gonna stay carbon, but as you rise in frequency, once you get through liquid, gas realm, and plasma realm, it's neuromelanin, which means it's in a stronger state than when it's in a carbon state. And in that neuromelanin state, as you continue to rise up in frequency, it'll eventually go to a dark matter energy state. So the dark matter energy is you. This is why they fear you. This is why anybody with carbon, neuromelanin, dark matter energy is a weapon to them. You are feared. But you are in a lowered state here in the solid realm. So all the power of the dark matter energy still is in you. But you have to go through extra steps in the solid realm to access it, to activate it. You have to activate. Just like when you get a phone. You get the phone, but you got to activate it, right? You got the dark matter energy and the neuromelanin, but you have to activate it. Because you are in density. That's what 3D, 4D, 5D. The D stands for density. As well as dimension. But when we talk in science, think density first. Dimension will lose you. Dimension, you say dimensions, motherfuckers start thinking about the movies and shit. You get what I'm saying? Let's talk science. Density. Density. Just like there's no such thing as gravity. Gravity don't keep you on the ground. Density do. Okay, let me repeat that. There's no such thing as fucking gravity. Let's get it out of here. Let's go on now. Let's tell these gods what they really in. Density. That's why they lied to us in school and they taught us about gravity. Because if they taught you it was density, then you'll begin to realize that you control the density. But then you go ask, why can you control the density? And there go all these questions that they have to answer. So we'll just make up this story about this unidentified force that holds you to the ground, and we'll call it gravity. The force of gravity. This is density. But the law of gravity tells you that you can't fly. The law of gravity tells you that you're supposed to stay on the ground. That's why when you say an athlete do something, they say he's defying gravity. Well, if an athlete can defy it just doing something as small as dunking on the rim in a certain way or running a certain speed, what else can, how many other ways can we defy gravity? Soon you'll realize that all these scientific laws were set in place to limit your thinking, to stop you from activating your carbon, aka neuromelanin, aka dark matter energy. Now, in the beginning, our goddesses created themselves out of pure dark matter energy. So that means darkness is the normal, original color. I don't like to say black. I say it so I don't lose nobody. But black, the way they created the term black was to be used in derogatory terminology. It's derogatory terminology. And our oppressors like to talk over our head, y'all. And get us to down ourselves and talk bad about ourselves while not even recognizing it. To cast curses over ourselves without even recognizing it. He's a trickster, for he learned from the best. For his father was the king of tricks, Satan. See how it all correlates. Now, in the beginning, because we got to talk about the Anunnaki. In the beginning, it was just dark matter energy. There was no planets, no galaxies, no realms, no universes, no paradigms, nothing. 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 Just dark matter energy. You have to see this in your mind eye. Close your eyes. If you want to know how it looks, just close your eyes. And it's going to remind you. What you see when you close your eyes? Darkness. Right. Nothing else. You open them, then you see all these titles. Door, refrigerator, stove, bowl, crystal, candle, water bottle, lighter, brush, laptop, vitamins, Remote control. Those are not objects. These are titles. And each title has its own program. And that program is what creates your reality. There were no human beings. So human beings, ain't no need of y'all asking was y'all around. No, y'all wasn't. Y'all wasn't even thought of yet, literally. There were no animals, insects. Fire wasn't even created yet. Why do you think the fire respects us? It's at your command. Who you think created the fire? We did. In the beginning, it was just dark matter energy. There was no fire, no water, no soil, no Mother Kai, or no wind. I'm taking you back to the root. In the beginning, it was just dark matter energy. And we spoke of this before, so let's refresh in your memory. What is dark matter energy composed of? Let's go deeper. Dark matter energy is composed of divine feminine energy and divine masculine energy. This is science. This is esoteric science. Metaphysics, we're talking right now. Something they'll never teach you in school. The divine feminine energy job is to create. The divine masculine energy job is to enforce the laws of creation. So divine feminine energy really creates. The divine masculine energy enforces. That's what makes it dark. That's the aggression of the divine masculine energy that makes it the energy even dark, which is why we say dark matter energy. That blackness, you want to call it. That's a form of providing and protecting. Why do you think any crystals that are protection crystals are all what? Black. That's divine masculine energy. Because the role of divine masculine energy is to provide and protect. So dark matter energy is composed of divine feminine energy, divine masculine energy. Now, this energy went to create, meaning it tapped into the divine feminine energy and went to create within itself. Remember this, parthenogenesis. That's what they call it in science. The ability for a species to reproduce without a male counterpart. I think we keep forgetting that. That's what took place. In the beginning, you had the Council of Nine. 9 goddesses were formed out of this dark matter energy. This is our supreme council of Anunnaki goddesses. It's 9 of them. All right? Remember, ether is the force all around you. So the fact that this dark matter energy originally created 9 goddesses, this is what the force did. This is what the force did, or the ethers did. Dark matter energy and ether. After the dark matter energy came the ether, which is the force, the cosmic force that you tap into when you're being creative, you tap into it when you're working out, you tap into it when you're thinking, you tap into it all day only when you're scared. When you operate out of fear, you don't tap into it. You work against it. After dark matter energy, it was the ether. So this is why in the cosmos, in the astral realms, we don't have time. That's man-made. That's a spell that was handed to the human being race from the Arcturian race, which is an extraterrestrial race. And the Arcturians, they never liked the Anunnaki. They didn't like us, even though we created them. We created everything. But we gave everything free will. So after we created it, it had the free will to be, be, be. Do as thy will. Do as thy will. You have a human being named Alex or Crowley, whatever you want to call himself, but he stole that from us. But they'll show you him like this with a hat on right now. Do as thy will was his saying. No, he got that from us. Because he got it from Plato. And Plato was Greek, who got it from us. So because it was originally 9 goddesses created out of this first meshing of dark matter energy, combined with the ether, this is where 9 ether come from. And the ether represents the force. 9 being completion, because after the force combined with the dark matter energy, it created 9, what we now call Anunnaki goddesses. This is what makes 9 the highest number, because numbers wasn't even created yet. There was no metric system, no numeric system, no supreme mathematics, anything yet. Everything was built after that. So these 9 goddesses, they begin to create more goddesses. Keyword, goddesses. No gods. We wasn't still created yet. They made 99 souls to be exact. So these were the first 99 goddesses ever created. Very powerful, intelligent souls. After they got to 99, then, once again, they said, it would be nice if we can multiply ourselves, create a scientific system to keep recreating ourselves over and over again. This is where the initial idea of cloning came from, or what they call eugenics today. We were replicating ourselves, but we were cloning ourselves naturally. No science labs. Just dark matter energy, ether, and intent. So once we got to the 99th soul, the goddesses began to create the first 23 gods. And these 23 gods are known as the original 23 scientists. This is the true history of the Anunnaki. Can't nobody white tell me shit about no Anunnaki. I ain't listening. And I'm not listening to nobody with carbon in their skin who saying that the Anunnaki is evil and shit like that. You got that from some white text. You went and read the Sumerian tablets. You went and read the Holy Scrolls. All that shit was tampered with by human beings. Niggas out here reading the Holy Tablets and think they know something. When you go in here, that's when you know something. I read the Holy Tablets, so no, the Anunnaki gotta be. Well, fuck them Holy Tablets, nigga. I don't want to hear shit about, well, you know, they said this to ancient Kemet. You lying. No, they didn't say that to ancient Kemet. When you start using the word holy itself, you're dealing into light magic. You're dealing into light magic. When you even start using the word holy, you're dealing into light magic. You're dealing into light magic. These 99 souls were the first goddesses created. So now we had a species of all Anunnaki goddesses. And guess what our color is in the astral realms? We pitch black. We so black, we so dark in our real astral form that we are luminous. We illuminate colors of violet, blue, green in our astral forms. We look just like that. But a whole lot darker and a whole lot more luminous. This is why the sun is black. It looks like it's not, but it is. The chromosphere around the sun is so goddamn bright that it make you think the sun is not black, if you want to use that term. Sun is pure dark matter energy and photon energy. And ether. That's why you can speak something to the sun and it'll manifest even quicker. Try it. The sun is technology. Keep that in your mind, because we talk about primary, we're finna get the primary colors. The first gods of us that were created, masculine entities, it was 23. You know why? Because think of the numeral 23. So you have a 2 and a 3. So imagine if 3 went into itself twice. If 3 go into itself once, you get 6. And their numerals, 3 and 3 is 6. That's once. If it go in itself twice, you're going to get 9. We're talking supreme mathematics, not the way they taught you how to count in their program centers called elementary schools and daycare. They didn't teach you how to think in school. They taught you how to obey. They didn't teach you how to think in school. They taught us how to obey. It's a difference. Even the word curriculum itself anciently meant a form. It's like a class of hypnosis. And in magic, if you have a curriculum, that's like a potion. I have the curriculum for this spell. It's like a potion, a form of hypnosis. So in school, they give all the teachers preconditioned curriculums. They got a bus in school. They got a bus at the jails. They got a lunchroom in school with trays with little dinner cakes on them. They got lunchrooms with trays in jail. Jail, they jail the physical body and your etheric body to harness the energy through the metal bars. That's why they call them 6x9 cells. Because they were created by 6 ether beings for the 9 ether beings. 6x9 cells with steel bars. And they make the inmates and detainees sleep on steel. You see? And then the person that runs the jail is called a warden, which is short for warlock, which is another name for a wizard. And in school,